The ear bhikkhus is on fire. Sounds are on fire. Ear consciousness is on fire. Ear contact is on fire. And whatever sensation, pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral, which originates independence on ear contact, that also is on fire. And with what are these on fire? With the fire of passion, I say, the fire of hatred, the fire of delusion. With birth, old age, death, sorrow, lamentation, pain, grief, and despair, they are on fire. Morning, friends. So, we started out yesterday with reflecting on the fact that the eye is on fire. Now we're moving to the ear, right? What is on fire? Ear sounds. We have many pleasant sounds that arise, right? And we like to hear specific sounds, especially music, right? When music enters the mind, the ear is certainly on fire. On fire with greed, hatred, and delusion. Why? Because music impacts our emotions, right? It impacts our likes and our dislikes. Right? So this is why when you on a posita days, right, or for monastics, we want to not engage in things like music, right? Because of how strong it is, right? And if you're a musician like me, then even after many years after you become a monk, you still have the music in you. You still have, your mind will want to start to sing things and stuff like that. And that's because the ear is on fire. That's just the way it is. There's lots of pleasant things we like to hear, right? It could be even nature. Oh, I like to be out in nature to hear the birds chirping and the stream. Or we like to hear, somebody say pleasant words, like a preacher or a monk or a politician or whatever, right? We like to hear pleasant words, right? But this is all wrapped up in greed, hatred, and delusion, right? We're going to learn Satipatthana, right, to reflect on sound is simply sound. But we add to it. What do we add to it? We add to it our likes and our dislikes, our craving. Hello, Jen. Welcome. So we add all of these things to the sound, right? It's not the sound itself is on fire. The music itself isn't on fire. It's our greed, hatred, and delusion. It's our attachment and aversion, our craving, right? That's what causes it to be on fire. Otherwise, it's simply sound. It's simply notes, right? But until we are awakened, it's more than that, right? Because it's wrapped up in everything, right? It's even wrapped up in identity. I listen to this kind of music. I don't like that kind of music, right? I don't like the sounds of the city. I like the sounds of nature. Right? All of these likes and dislikes of sound, we get wrapped up in it. So it's very important. So, today, right? Just like yesterday, you can't go unless you're blind, you can't go a whole day without seeing something that engages your likes and your dislikes and your craving, right? Same thing today, you can't go a whole day without engaging your likes and dislikes and cravings regarding sound. Maybe you don't want to deal with, certain family members or coworkers or whatever just annoy you by their voice or by how they're always being bragging, or they're always being negative, or they're always being this or that, and that really, right? That's good lesson. That's good training to practice understanding what sound is. Sound is simply sound. As the Buddha says, talking to Bahia, hearing, in the hearing, only hearing. Right? Now that's the hard part. Right? One of my favorite one of my favorite Ajahn Chah sayings was, is the sound bothering you, or are you bothering the sound? Right? And this was like, I mean, I heard this years and years ago, and I was like, okay, this sounds kind of like some kind of Zen koan or something like that. This is silly, right? But maybe this got to be about 7 years ago now, right? Because I moved to the monastery 6+ years. So this is maybe 7 or 8 years ago. I was at Bhavana for a retreat, and it was in the summer, and the crickets were just maddening, right? In the meditation hall, maddening. Cricket, 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 cricket. And I was just meditating, and I was walking meditating actually. And all of a sudden, it was like something clicked in my mind. That statement from Ajahn Chah came in, and I realized, wait, I'm bothering the sound. The crickets are just doing what they do. I'm sending aversion and annoyance and hatred towards these crickets and this sound, right? I'm bothering the sound. That then I realized that the sound is not a problem. And since that day, I've never had aversion due to sound, right? I can remember years later after that, I was a monk by that time. So this is maybe about 3.5, 4 years ago. And it was a posada. So I decided to go in the meditation hall and meditate during the day. So it was like 10:30, right? The internet is, am I lagging a bit to you guys or no? I don't know, but anyway, it's freezing. So, and in this meditation hall, I'm meditating, and all of a sudden, right above me on the roof, boom, 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 hammers, drills, people cursing, right, all this noise. And I'm just meditating. Right above me, it's loud and banging and all kinds of different noises, drills, just meditating. And I realized, I surprised myself. I realized, wait a second, there's no ill will in my mind. Now, I'm not being able to like get into a deep state of concentration because, so like all of that is affecting my meditation, but I'm not being agitated about it. It's just sound, right? And if I can't, and if it's, I can't get into deep states of concentration, then it's okay. I'm just going to meditate. As a matter of fact, if you got agitated because you're saying, oh, this is not, these people are keeping me from getting into deep states of meditation, well then guess what? You're not going to get into them anyway because agitation has arisen. The hindrances have arisen, right? So I realized, oh, this is very powerful, right? To be able to just be there. All kinds of things are happening around me. It's okay, right? And then a year or two after that, I was doing a retreat, mindfulness of death retreat in New York City with Buddhist Insights. And this weekend there was like breaking up concrete, like right across the road, right across the street was this house where all this stuff was happening. The JFK airport had just set like their incoming right over the house. So every 3 minutes there was a plane right over the house. And like 2 blocks down the road there was this big health fair that was playing music the whole weekend. Right? So it was just like this perfect, like this is New York City kind of a thing. Right? And just, being able to deal with the sound. Right? This is the sound. And of course, the people that were there, they kind of got agitated about it too. But I also used that retreat to teach about dealing with sound and things like that, and people benefited. So all of these things, and this is the way it is, right? So sound is sound. So keep these reflections in your mind. Try to practice today with sound, right? Sound that arises. Right? You can say, only sound, only sound, only sound, only sound, only sound, only sound. You can repeat that all day, but it's actually not going to do anything for you. You're not actually just, as reflecting on the sound, reflecting on how that impacts you. Try to observe. Sound comes into your awareness, your consciousness. What does that do to your mind and body? Okay, friends? So with that, I wish you a very spiritually successful and peaceful day. Sukhi Hoti, may you be happy. Practice well and be well.